Garcia faces an early challenge in the Ruy-Lopez-Berlin defense, as Ganguly sets the tone in Asian Individual Chess Championships 2025 Open Round 6. On e4. On e5. Knight f3. Threatening knight takes e5. Knight c6. Bishop b5 transposed into Ruy-Lopez-Berlin defense. Knight f6. On d3. Ganguly might go for bishop takes c6. Pawn takes c6. Knight takes e5 and secure a strong hold in the game. On d6 played by Garcia. On c3. On a6. Threatening pawn takes b5. Bishop a4 played by Ganguly. Bishop d7. King castled kingside. On g6. Rook e1. Bishop g7. Knight bd2. King castled kingside. Knight f1. Knight h5. On h3. On h6. On d4. Rook e8. Bishop c2. On b6 it is novelty move. Bishop e3. Queen e7. Queen d2. Ganguly is aiming to play bishop takes h6. Bishop takes h6. Queen takes h6 and seize the initiative. King h7 played by Garcia. On g4. Threatening pawn takes h5. Knight f6 played by Garcia. Knight g3. Knight g8. Rook a d1. Bishop c8. King g2. Knight a5. Bishop d3. Knight c6. On a3. Knight d8. On d5. On a5. On b4. Bishop d7. Queen e2. Rook a7. Rook h1. Bishop f6. Bishop b5. King g7. On h4. Ganguly is looking to play. On g5. Bishop g4. On takes f6 check. Knight takes f6. Queen d2 and increase their advantage significantly. Bishop takes g4 played by Garcia. Bishop takes e8. Queen takes e8. On h5. Ganguly might go for Queen c2. Knight b7. On c4. Rook a8. Rook dg1. Queen d7. Queen d3. On takes b4. On takes b4 and increase their advantage significantly. On g5 played by Garcia. Rook c1. Ganguly intends to play. On c4. Bishop e7. Queen d3. Knight b7. Knight h2. Bishop c8. Bishop d2. On c5. Queen f3 and establish a winning position. Bishop e7 played by Garcia. Queen d2. Knight f6. Knight h2. Threatening bishop takes g5. Bishop c8 played by Garcia. On f3. Queen h8. Queen e2. Queen h7. Bishop f2. King g8. Knight g4. Knight e8. On c4. Knight b7. Queen c2. On f6. Queen a4. Threatening queen takes e8 check. King f8 played by Garcia. Rook c2. Ganguly intends to play. Rook hc1. Queen h8. Queen c6. Knight d8. Queen b5. Knight b7. Bishop takes b6 and establish a winning position. Knight g7 played by Garcia. On c5. Threatening pawn takes b6. Pawn takes c5 played by Garcia. Pawn takes c5. Knight takes c5. Bishop takes c5. Pawn takes c5. Rook b1, a masterful performance by Ganguly.